This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Friday, June 30th, 2023. I'm Alex Brown. North Carolina-based Nucor said this month it will invest $115 million to build a utility structures manufacturing facility and create up to 200 jobs in the city. That's in addition to the $290 million expansion of Nucor's sheet steel mill, construction for which began in April. Crawfordsville Mayor Todd Barton says the recent major manufacturing investments are a testament to the city's efforts to take control of its own destiny.
Companies are dealing directly with us, and it also means that there's direct accountability. If we're successful, so be it. And if we're not, we know where the buck stops. And that approach has really worked well for us.
As part of the continued community growth, the city also expects to make some retail announcements in the near future. Indiana Michigan Power is temporarily suspending disconnections for customers through at least the 4th of July holiday. The Fort Wayne-based utility said this week the move is due to unprecedented levels of unhealthy air quality caused by the Canadian wildfires. Indianapolis-based Emis Corporation has added a new company to its investment portfolio, an Israel-based advertising technology company called Anzu Virtual Reality. Emis was the lead investor in a $48 million Series B funding round for Anzu, which has developed a way to insert targeted advertising into video games. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
For 25 years, we've had the honor of telling the story of Indiana business. More than 1,300 shows, 8,000 interviews. We've traveled from Valparaiso to Versailles, Fort Wayne to Fort Branch, and everywhere in between. And we are just getting started. Our team is passionate about Indiana business because your story is worth telling. Join us every week as we travel the state to bring you Indiana's story. Inside Indiana Business, 25 years and counting.
The East Central Indiana Regional Partnership has hired consultant HWC Engineering in preparation for the second wave of a major state grant program. Mason King has details.
The Indiana Economic Development Corporation's Regional Economic Acceleration and Development Initiative, or READY, allotted $500 million of state funds in 2021 to support quality of place projects and spike economic development. This year, lawmakers approved READY 2.0 in the state budget, meaning another slice of that $500 million will be dispersed throughout the state. The partnership said in a news release it chose the Indianapolis-based firm for its successful track record and management of 3 of the top 5 per capita awards in the first round of READY. Officials said they hope the firm will be instrumental in its guidance to shape the region's future. The partnership with HWC, which also has an office in Muncie, will work with community members and stakeholders to build a comprehensive regional investment plan to use as a roadmap for long-term investments and sustainable development in the region. The region, which covers Grant, Blackford, Jay, Delaware, Randolph, Henry, Wayne, and Fayette counties, received a $15 million READY allocation in the program's first run. Mason King, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Perry County will soon be home to 27 new houses, increasing local housing inventory using a significant state appropriation to kickstart the development. The new Forest Canton Heights subdivision is located just north of Tell City at the junction of State Roads 37 and 237. The full cost of the project will be $1.8 million, but Perry County Development Corporation's CEO Aaron Emerson said the development is expected to generate an additional $5.8 million in investment. Nearly half of the funding will come from a state READY grant. Housing lots will be auctioned for development in late August. A new exhibit is roaring to life this week at the Potawatomi Zoo in South Bend. Zoo leaders cut the ribbon Thursday morning on a new lion habitat that comes as the latest in a string of investments at what Executive Director Josh Sisk says is the region's most visited attraction that's becoming more modern.
As we build these modern habitats, it just helps build that. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it in donations. We're seeing it in just state representatives that are supporting the zoo. So it's been an amazing ride.
The habitat joins recent additions supported by a multi-million-dollar Big and Loud campaign, including a new giraffe savanna and watering hole that opened last year and a new bear exhibit on track for a soft launch in November. Former Colts star Robert Mathis is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.